Alright, so again about the weirdo. I mean, the first time I noticed he came in, and like I said, how I'm guessing in y'all cities too, little stores like that, the Quickie Marts or whatever the fuck, you know, that's off the Simpsons. But anyway, they got the little marks, 6 feet, right? And so when you walk in, you see everybody in line. But he came in and literally, like, say this the door and it's the cash. That's how close, this the cash register, and the line is going that way, right? So this nigga walked in and stood right here, and it's like they timed it. So I'm next because at first it was like 3 people in front of me. So we all doing the 6 foot shit, So we all spread out, and there's only 3 of us. But so he walks in. By the time I'm like about to be next, and he comes out, and this is the cash register. So he's standing right here, and I'm like where this thing is, doing the 6 feet. And he stands right here, but he already got a mask on, so that means he's totally aware of all these stupid ass protocols, right? And he's totally cognizant. He looks like creepy, sleepy Joe Biden. He looked just like that nigga, but he so that means he's cognizant. He's protecting himself. Suppose air quotes. Yeah, the little air quotes would be the perfect irony. Air quotes for this invisible virus that we got to beat up and fight. Oh, get away! Stop! But but you know, and see, I guess maybe where they fucked up is you got to remember. At least my generation, we grew up with AIDS, right? You're like, what do you mean? It'd be funny. What do you mean y'all grew up? Bitch, you know what I mean. It was, what I'm saying, that AIDS really hit when we were little kids. And you know what I'm saying? That's when, you started hearing about it and jokes. And, some of us, maybe people in your neighborhood, because, especially you're black and you from big cities, you knew people, or at least your family knew people that died from it from, because the early 80s, crack, not it really wasn't crack, but it was the needles. And that's another thing. So as little kids, we were the first generations. Really, they was more worried about, don't pick up a needle, don't reach in the shit, don't, what I'm saying? Literally, don't stick your hand in the garbage, but cause you big city, you're like, why would a kid? Cause you're a kid, you're playing. It could be a bag of leaves. It could be anything. You think it's a whole bunch of leaves. Don't do this. Don't do this. All these fucking rules we had to follow. And it wasn't hard. It really wasn't that hard. Seriously, it wasn't that big a deal. So now we getting close to middle age or whatever. You trying to fool the first virus generation, not polio, but the virus generation. And from all, and then you got the older ones who told us back in the 80s when we were so little, don't touch it. A matter of fact, yeah, worrying about running and playing, like running on this sidewalk. You're doing the right thing. You're not playing in the street. In big cities, you're not in an apartment complex. That's the street right there, the real street. So you're not playing in the street, so you think you're doing the right thing, but you heard about the little kid who was running, tripped over whatever. It doesn't matter. He could have tripped over his own shoelaces and fell. And when he got up, there was a fucking needle sticking in his hand. That was the biggest thing, back then. All the drug needles and this and that and the heroin addicts. So how you gonna try to fool us with this nonsense? And like I said, all the niggas that's I can see the younger niggas, they in their early 20s or late 20s or even early 30s. They've been working. They might even have, like good careers, college and whatever. And we all know college is a machine for libtards, but we know as our generation, that's how you get the, well, it used to be. We thought that's how you get the higher pay. It wasn't about a piece of paper just to say I went to college. No, it was like literally I like more money and working less harder. Work smarter, less hard. Not harder. That's all it was about. It was about I gotta get this to show off on everybody. That's how you knew. That's another thing. That's how you know all this whole nonsense. The way the music industry went, where everybody is now, all this whack ass shit, all of it is just whack as fuck. Where you, especially the men, you're like, why? Especially because you're men. When did you ever buy a fancy car to make another dude mad? Y'all don't think that's gay as fuck? Seriously, that has to be the gayest thing in history. You spent 80,000 to make a dude mad. No. Okay, I'm not. Whatever. No, I ain't scared of the fucking feminists. You know why you bought it? You bought it to impress the lady. If you're a dude and you can't afford it, what you, like I said, you keep moving. You doing what you do what you can do. That basically, like I said, I don't hang around. I naturally didn't hang around niggas that was hateful. I did. This is something I have to look back on. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember having conversations. You was mad. Even when we was too young to drive. The only thing you really learned and had to kind of be taught, and that's why I try to pass on, is to not to be no dick rider, no cheerleader. Oh shit, look at that. Ooh wee, that's my car. I'ma get that car. What? No, she get slapped. Hey, quit. You know what I'm saying? Quit jocking that nigga. But you understand. But as you get older, and they ain't even have to go no further than that. But you naturally, as you get older, 16, 17. Because you're in high school, you see dudes in high school, their parents might get a moment or whatever. They selling dope them damn selves. They got more money. But you don't hate, and then you get mad. You naturally get turned off. Y'all sitting at the lunch table, and the nigga start talking shit about another nigga. You get mad. You don't beat him up. But you, like, dude, stop hate. This way back then before the word hate really caught on. You didn't hate. You don't. You're like, ew, damn, nigga, you up? Why you mad? I don't know. The why you mad, that shit came out in the 2000s, but you know what I'm saying? But actually, yeah, I do remember literally making niggas mad on purpose. I did say that. I'm gonna make that nigga mad. But see, that's totally different than y'all generation. Y'all make niggas mad like some gay shit. You're like, how? You just said this. You just said, because trust me, it was totally different. He could be like, no, nigga, it wasn't. I promise. It was totally different. Because, like I said, I wasn't making somebody mad because I had something, and yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had nice clothes or whatever, nice shoes or whatever, but I bought them, I bought myself. Like I said, I had a fucking job, whatever you do after school. Supermarket, wherever you can do, they hiring, you know what I'm saying? Clean office buildings at night. You get out of school 3:30. You gotta be there at 5. Hell, that shit wasn't hard. And you didn't make much, but hell, it's enough to buy an outfit at least every 2 weeks. Don't you? You're getting paid every 2 weeks. It's only $120. That was back then, or 100 after tax. Buy your fresh pair, whatever. Back then, the Nikes and the Jordans were brand new, and I ain't even promoting that. I'm just saying you could buy it yourself. Anyway, long story short. When I say I'm gonna make them mad, the one about cause I got more than you, or I used to wear gold back there. It was high school, but whatever. But I'm gonna make them mad with what I got on, or this and that, or what girl I know, or blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna make him mad cause he whatever. Cause yeah, he's jealous. He's a little punk. That's why he want to fight. That's all it was. You could say that's bullying. I don't think that's bullying because you bought that on yourself. You literally, at least from what I know, you wouldn't get bullied if you just stop hating. We having whatever. Nobody made fun of the kids getting good grades or the kids this and that, or the kids if your clothes aren't as good as everybody else. That's what I'm saying. They promoting all this stuff where you got to be, and then I bet a lot of these so-called entertainers. I won't call them rappers. That shit, make me want to Earl. To call them rappers. All the rappers now, I bet all of them, they all got that same backstory. They was poor and they was broke. Okay, but this time they let it get to them that supposedly they got made fun of and all this and that and this and that and this and that. I don't get it. So that's just like they purposely chose all the kids who got made fun of. Back in the day, you didn't hear rappers telling stories, sad sob stories about getting made fun of. Didn't hear Dougie Fresh rapping about beatboxing, because he got made fun of. That's why I started rapping, because I got made fun of. I didn't have money. Now I'm shining. I'm the one shining. Y'all didn't help me. You didn't hear shit like that. You didn't hear NWA. You get like, but why you promoting it? Whatever. Fuck you, nigga. If you don't understand, you don't understand. See what I'm saying? You brainwashed. You didn't hear shit about I got made fun of. You might hear, well, not might, if you, whatever, you hear this and that about shit that happened, shit went down. And then, like I said, that's why you can listen to it on your way to work. You could pop that in the tape deck on your way to work. You ain't on your way to work to go put in work. You on your way to work to go do your little after school job. And that's why you can listen to it, even though in that song, by the end of it, about 3 or 4 niggas then got killed. But it wasn't just gratuitous, as y'all would say. It had a whole story, right? And I'm not cleaning it up, but like I said, they didn't listen. They did, and that's why we kept listening to it. And you didn't even know why. It just made you feel good. You're like, how would that be? Because it wasn't about, I just was mad. I was broke. They made fun of me. No, I mean, you might have a few stories where they was broke, but it never was about, I was broke and nobody helped me. And I was so mad, G, and they wouldn't come and give me no money. And nobody would just give me money. No, it's just, it'd be like their origin story. How they was broke and what they did. And you ain't go out there and hear all that. Oh, shit, you know what I got to do? I got to go cop me some keys. I got to, you still working your little job. You doing whatever. If you're going to college, you got to go to college, whatever you done did. You doing whatever the fuck. That's what I'm saying. They promoted all these whack-ass niggas. Y'all can say you just mad because you older and yada yada. No, I promise you I'm not just mad. Hell, actually, like I said, I'm just better than y'all. Y'all so... they picked all the bad people now, and they thought, it's like they really thought, so the people in charge really, like I said, they don't know what they was fucking with. The whole thing, they really just thought, because I think even that stripper, Cardi B, she even admitted, when she admitted, she fucked up, admitted, but because it's, not just because she's a female, but because of, they need boys and girls fucking up their lives and depending on the government, to promote socialism. That's why they let her go. She was, and she admitted she was a stripper and fucking nigga, basically a prostitute. Not basically, she was a prostitute, but they tried to clean it up. I'm like, how y'all gonna raise up a prostitute? I don't give a fuck what you say. You're dissing women. No, nigga, if you got daughters, you've got sons to the level as an idol. Nobody said she couldn't change her life, but she didn't change her life. She said to this instant, she's still talking about the same shit. She didn't change her life. Alright, so she bragged about how, she wouldn't get time. Nobody helped her. She needed studio time. And she thought that was like a grind. Like, that's how she was grinding. That should be part of her resume of the time she put in to become a rapper. And it's like, no, bitch, that means even the fucking engineer didn't want to fuck you and give you free time in the studio. Basically, you had a real nigga engineer. And like, no, bitch, you not playing me. You need to come up with whatever, $300 an hour, whatever. See, nobody helped me. Like, but see, these little kids, they believe, oh yeah, that's real. She real. She was the struggle. All this fake shit, the struggle. She went through the struggle. No. Y'all some idiots. Y'all get mad. Y'all can come say whatever. I know you ain't finna do shit. But bitch, you stupid as fuck. And that's not what it's about. Cause she even said, I thought rap was about bragging about what you know. It was never about brag. There are really, literally no songs that brag about just doing a nigga dirty for no fucking reason. I mean, you could try to dig through crates and come up with some, but there's a reason I haven't heard it. That mean that shit was whack as fuck. The beat was whack. It was a whack ass rapper. If he back in the day, he was just picking whoever had more money than him and did him dirty. Every story, whether fictional or true, because most of us. That's another thing. Way back in the day, you understood that it wasn't real story. Cause I remember saying that we back in high school, like, man, how in the fuck this nigga kill all these niggas and he ain't in prison? And then we really was joking, being facetious. It wasn't like, oh, well, he should be in prison. We already knew. But the song was dope, and you knew it. You're like, why'd you keep? Because the song was dope, and we weren't stupid. That's the point. We weren't fucking idiots. And so they got y'all young kids, but back in y'all day, didn't y'all no fool? No fool. If something did happen that had nothing to do with a rap record, it was just because you're teenagers. You're getting heated. It could be whatever at the football game Friday night. Had nothing to do with we played rap. You're like you went from one subject. I'm telling you, it's all connected. You know. And so, like I said, then these soft ass niggas be watch your mouth. You like nigga, you the dummy getting put in these positions. That's how, like I said, that's the whole point of our music. Not getting put. It wasn't dissing women. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't dissing because she's not a real woman. You know what I'm saying? At least, like I said, if you own it, you change. I changed. I'm da. That's fine. I can respect that. But not if you just want to still continue. That's what I did. Like that was some kind of honorable hustling shit you did because you had. No, you didn't have to do that. While you up there stripping and fucking niggas and sucking dick, you could have got a job at McDonald's. You could have went to school. You could have did anything to pay for your rap career. You could have got a job at a warehouse. And then y'all whole ass niggas want to get, oh, you better watch it. Like I said, it usually be a woman that tell you, that nigga, you might need to leave her alone. Not Mike. You need to, your sister, your mama, because she gonna get you killed. You up there fronting niggas over the slutty. You know what I'm saying? Getting mad. And she come back to you, tell you what happened, and you want to go front these niggas. Stupid ass little niggas. I mean, my son, whatever. Like, nigga, if you ever. And y'all get mad and then blah, 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 feelings and emotional. That shows me you don't care about your kids. You don't care about nothing. I don't know what you care about, but the devil. You ain't even selfish. You just brainwashed and a devil worshiper. And they got all this nonsense. Oh, you being disrespectful. Like I said, you ain't hear all that shit. I ain't never had to tell, oh, you being disrespectful. You being disrespectful. I ain't never been told that till these new generations, on the internet, all this shit. How come women back in the day wasn't, oh, you being disrespectful? You wanna know why? Because it wasn't women. If you out there advertising what you doing, then yeah, I guess a nigga is gonna talk to you like that. Especially, once he find out that's all you want is his money. That's what they were talking about. They wasn't talking about if you a regular woman, you got your own job. You ain't have to do all this. I'm independent. I'm this and that. They brainwashed y'all. You shouldn't have to say it over and over again. I'm independent. I'm independent. I'm blah, blah, blah. You got just like a man. You got to keep saying I'm a man. Bro, something wrong. You need to leave them people alone that you got to keep saying it to. It's just like this. Girl, if you got to keep saying you an independent woman and you're a grown woman, you need to leave the people alone that you saying it to. And if you got, what I'm saying, you did with the right thing, you got your job. I don't care about your personal life. That's what I'm saying. Y'all so busy, all this nonsense, putting your personal life out there. Y'all get mad, y'all come at me because I need more, because I see we y'all really are like the dumbest niggas in the world. And like I said, in that other video is uploading, that I said just now, I've been, out, you know, in this city, just on a regular basis since this whole thing started, since the beginning, right? Remember, I made videos talking about how these idiots. Remember, that was the first thing I said. It was, I guess if you go through my videos, it was about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago. Remember, I said how all them idiots were, and like I said, it was bums. But how bums got their hands on fucking. Did I film it? I don't know if I filmed them. I think I did. On surgical masks and gloves. That should tell you right there. These idiots set these people. That's called street theater. They're not actors. They literally are people. They just paid. Hey, put these on. Remember, I told you they were all. As soon as I pulled up to go inside the little store, right? They all just jumped out the car. I guess they thought, people like me, we were all them. Oh shit, I better get some masks. Oh shit, I can't find none. Oh, this is fucked up. No, remember I made them videos that same fucking day. And I said it looked like they're the type that don't even care about their health on a regular basis, but now all of a sudden they following orders. Motherfucking crackheads. Nigga, you been smoking crack for 30 years, but now all of a sudden you care about fucking a virus. Well, the virus is dead. Nigga, you ain't give a fuck. It ain't even about you putting your life in danger actually smoking the drug. You put your life in danger. We can't even count how many times when you was trying to get the drug. Because you a crackhead. I bet you was broke. Yeah, we know this crackhead. Well, y'all don't know. This crackheads, they got money and good jobs and actual careers. We all know that. Well, some of us know that. But, these you could tell from that look, you could tell. Yes, bitch. Miss me with all that. You making an assumption. Oh, you can tell all that just by looking at. Yes, bitch. I can tell all that just by looking at them. And they just walk it like hilarious. It's like that because it was time. So you saw like a whole crowd like a zombies. Just going. I bet they ain't even buy nothing in the store. They just went in the store because they would, they paid them probably $10. Going to, you want to make a quick $10? Here, put this on and go in the store. Whatever. And I see these idiots. And like I said, some of the people I talked to, regular people, they was swapping down. Oh, well, they didn't. It wasn't because they really thought Trump was gonna. It's because it was after I already had said it about the Democrats and martial law and all that whack shit. So they're and basically I'm rubbing it in like, but I thought you said Trump was gonna implement, and the only ones acting like tyrants are Democratic governors. The one in Michigan, that white chick. And the one that, and then make it so bad, they're really violating people's rights because it doesn't matter. If they want to remove you, they're the voters. You can't stop them, and she's trying to stop them from removing her. They have to go to Supreme Court now. California, they're trying to remove these governors and whatever, the governors, and they can't even get the signatures because they locking them down like some kind of dystopian future movie. Maze Runner or whatever. I never watched Maze Runner, but I don't like that. When I saw all them movies, being made, I thought that shit was weird. It was always, some kind of weird movie where young kids gotta get together and save the day. It's all about diversity. They're also diverse. It's a black kid, a Chinese kid, all of them just together, and the government, that's what I'm saying. They was pumping all this shit in the 2010s, where they had the Hunger Games, and, where they had to rise up against something. Rise up. But they all want socialism. Isn't that the same thing? That's what's going to happen with socialism or communism. Y'all would have to be the Hunger Games, Maze Runners, because of communism. Because you don't want people to work and make their own money. And ain't nobody finna argue with y'all. That's the point. Ain't nobody finna argue with y'all. Y'all really, like I said, don't get it. But I didn't. Whatever. I just said what I said. Basically, I'm just gonna see what happens tomorrow. That hit it right there. It's weird. As I was finna shut this down, she came out and walked around. If you watch the beginning of the video, and now she's going back in. You know, but I'm glad they love being taped. That's a really crazy shit. These idiots. That's how, because you're like, what does that mean? Like I said, how do they know when you're coming out? How do you know they know when you're stopping at the store? It's not that far fetched. This is 2020. Like I said, I'm speaking into a piece of plastic and glass and transistors. And if I wanted to, all of us, you can speak to somebody on the other side of the world face to face on a piece of plastic. So them being able to manipulate with waves and radio waves, and I think that goes way back to the 50s. They just probably the 40s. I would think, because this whole thing is from Hitler. He started this whole thing, and remember, he had carte blanche to experiment on people without having to worry, at least for 5 or 6 years, from 39 to 1944, 45, to experiment on people. His Mengele, Joseph Mengele, his doctors, and electricity was invented by then. So what, radio waves, all of that shit. He had carte blanche. He didn't even have to hide it because he had nobody to answer to. Meaning, the so-called watchdogs, against human experimentation. So actually, I would think, they've been it. Then they've been said, hell, that's where the space race came from. The German scientists, they gave them passes, to help create NASA and other, jet rockets. They was the first one to, rockets and all that shit. That's where, but the Russians and, because the Russians in America, they was allies back then. So they instead of putting them war criminals to death, even though they weren't soldiers, they was a scientist, you was a Nazi. And you done experimented, who knows what they did, cutting brains open and electric vibes and, them, all that stuff, where they're touching electrodes to somebody's skull coat open, but he's still alive and brains. And I'm not exaggerating or imagining. Think about it. There was no, whoever, human rights, not in Germany. He didn't follow, rules of engagement or any of that, especially POWs and the people. So that's my, whatever about this whole thing. You got black Nazis nowadays, ridiculous. Black KKK members, all these motherfuckers right here, Democrats. The KKK party of the Democrats, and it wasn't no switch. I can see now there was never no switch. Oh, well, after the civil rights, the party, it never switched. And these motherfucking house niggas, they slaves, they whatever. Them white folks, them liberals, fucking KKK members. Obama, the black, Pelosi, Schiff, all them motherfuckers are KKK members. I don't give a fuck what you say, nigga. Fuck you too.